So next I'm making it is top blade steak. So it could be kind of tough, but you got to cook it slow. So, but this is the steak. I already washed it and everything. So I'm gonna cut it so it can be. Let me get a better knife than that. So I'm gonna cut this in bite-sized pieces. I've already cleaned my cutting board and everything and washed my steak. So this is my first time really buying this steak before. My husband said it's cheap steak, but it'll work, okay? So I'm making those in bite sizes. And then what's this, 2, 4, have 6, 2 of them I'm gonna use for my breakfast for when I get ready to go to work. So I make breakfast burritos, and I do intermittent fasting. I eat only from 12 to 8 and nothing else after that. And I spread my meals out. So because I'm going through perimenopause, it's harder for me to lose weight, even though I'm doing all of the right things, you know, working out, all of that. But it's, you know, still hard. I'm actually down 30 pounds though, so I'm grateful for that. So, but yes, so I'm cutting my steak. I'm not gonna use a whole bunch of seasoning on it. I don't want to use a bunch of seasoning on my steak. And then after that, I will sear it. Well, I'm gonna slow cook it, real slow, because either you cook it slow or you cook it fast. But I'm gonna cook it really slow. Okay. Okay, so my steak is cut up, and now I'm gonna use this Kinder seasoning cowboy butter. I love everything Kinder's. Their barbecue sauce, you name it, whatever they got, I love it. Their seasoning is really good. So I'm just using this, and in this seasoning is with Dijon butter and chili. Okay. So I need to hurry because it is 6 o'clock here in Georgia, and I try to eat at least by 7:30 because I don't want to get hungry in the middle of the night after and I do this app where you press it and it will stop. Okay, so I got my seasoning. Oh, making a mess. So I hope you guys enjoy my content. We'll get deep into things later on. But right now, I'm just new to it, and I'm really excited, and I'm nervous, and all of that good stuff. I'm not going to mention any names, but it's so many negative influencers on all of the social platforms, and it seems like that's what people enjoy instead of, just everyday simple living people. I'm not trying to make this my career. I'm just, doing something on the side, things I would love to share with people. Okay, so that's done, and it's seasoned good enough, not too much seasoning, because I have to make this garlic lemon sauce to go over it, and I will do that. So you don't want too much seasoning everywhere. Okay, so, and I shall return. Okay, so now I'm gonna add just a tad bit of butter so it won't stick too much. This is a non-stick pan, and I have my heat up on a little too high. I'm gonna put it like in between the 3 and the 4, like the 2 and the 4, maybe 3.5. I want, like I said, I want it to cook really, really, really slow so it can be good and tender. So I got that. And I have my empty bowl to transfer it in. And here's how my steak is looking. I also have, oh, let me show you. In my microwave, I have veggie rice, and I'm gonna make some mashed potatoes out of this. Usually I use the fresh cauliflower, but I don't feel like it. So not veggie, rice veggies, okay? But it's cauliflower. That's all it is. I'm gonna make mashed potatoes out of that. So put that in there, and I have that on for 5 minutes. Now I am going to, because my butter has melted a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and put my steak, bites in here. And you know, also you guys, you can always use the microwave, not the microwave, the air fryer to fry these. But today, because I don't want a fast cook, I want a really, really low simmer cook to cook slow, and then we'll go from there. So I put the butter in there. It's already seasoned. Remember, clean as you go. I can't stand looking at someone cook, and I'm a big background person. So if I see anything out of order, trash, or even the stove not, I just keep going, because to me, when you're cooking, your aesthetics should be, you know, at least clean or look clean. Okay, so that's just me. How do you guys feel about that? I got my steak going, and I have my mashed potatoes going. And now I am going to pull out my blender. So for my mashed potatoes, I'm going to use, the best butter to use is G butter. And I use that in my coffee. I make my bulletproof coffee in there. I just add a little bit of it. But today I'm just using Country Crock. So let me get my blender. Got my blender out. Hold on. Okay, so my steak is slowly cooking, and I'm just gonna stir to make sure it gets on both sides. Cook it really slow. I don't want it tough or anything like that. Make sure you're flipping it and all of that. I have my cauliflower, you know, in going. I decided instead of using a blender to use my food processor. So I gotta show you how I'm gonna do my rice. So that's cooking slow. Let me that in the dishwasher and move the clean one here. And let me get So I'm going to use this one for the steak, and I will use this one for my mashed potatoes. So that's cooking. While that's cooking slow, let me turn it down a little bit more. I probably should cover it too, because because the moisture will also help with, I'm gonna turn it down, I got it on 2. The moisture from the top also help with that. So let me move this. So keto is absolutely no unhealthy carbs. It is no pasta, no pasta, no rice, anything white, no flour. But you can eat lots of things out. You can eat like Wingstop. If I want Wingstop, I can eat Wingstop, my favorite. So you can eat anything that's not breaded and cooked in vegetable oil. You just can't overindulge in it. So now I have my, let me show you, my food processor. And I'm gonna put, I will show you what I put in my mashed potatoes. So, hold on. I also have to put in my steak, while it's slow cooking, I need to put in some minced garlic. I wish you guys can smell this house. It smells so good. So I got my minced garlic. You don't want to put the minced garlic in too early because minced garlic tends to burn. But I have it on really low and it's coated and all of that. So let me cover that back up. You guys, I mess up so many dishes when I'm cooking. So I'm gonna put in here, I just eyeball it, and I'm gonna put my butter in there. I'm gonna put in some heavy cream in here. Cheese. You gotta put your cheese in. So I'm using the cheese I'm using. So I got butter, heavy cream, and I'm gonna put some cheese in and go from there. Then after that, you grab your cauliflower, and it's really hot, so it's gonna help. Hold on, this is really hot. It's gonna help melt everything the way it should be. I hope I'm not making a mess. So I have my cauliflower in there, and then try to stir it as much as you can.